Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage our first speaker, who leads the brand marketing team for consumer and small business for Dell India. She is responsible for developing the overall brand strategy for Dell in India, across its product portfolio, making Dell as the brand of choice for consumers. In addition to her responsibility for driving the overall channel marketing strategy for Dell CSB segment, she is also responsible for Dell's social media strategy in India. She has been with Dell since 2011 and is also a member of the Dell WISE, which is Women in Search of Excellence program for Dell Women team members. She is a marketing professional with over 18 years of experience across industries. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is speaking about building organizational resilience through trust. Please welcome Director Marketing, Consumer and Small Business, Dell India, Ms. Ritu Gupta. Good evening.
Good evening, and thank you so much. Thank you for making Dell India's most trusted technology brand for second year in a row as per the Brand Trust Report of 2016. I'd like to begin my session with a video telling you a not so short story, so just bear with that. Can I have the first video, please?
Working smart is harder than working hard is the quote of the past with the advent of computers and technology. This has been proven time and again, but our recent visit to Nampur, a small village in Nasik, reinforced the notion. We came across this innocent boy of hard-working parents who, after understanding his potential, have gone that extra mile to provide that additional impetus to their eldest child, Shubham.
Yesterday, at the chapter Our Universe, I had learned solar system and the 9 planets. Planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto.
कंप्यूटर नहीं था तो स्कूल में से आता था, थोड़ा होमवर्क कर लेता, सो जाता था. अब कंप्यूटर आने की वजह से स्कूल में से आया तो लगा रहता है कंटिन्यू. उसको जो भी उधर से प्रोजेक्ट मिलता है वो करते रहता है हमेशा.
Our meeting with the confident, curious and enthusiastic boy with dreams in his eyes left us spellbound, and he is more than good enough.
विंडमिल एक फैन रहता है आगे जो 3 साइड से होता है. एक ऐसे मतलब कि ऐसा फैन जैसे 3 साइड्स होते हैं, 3 ये होते हैं उसके. जब हेयर उसको स्ट्राइक करती मतलब कि टकराती है तो वो ऐसा घूमता है, और घूमने के बाद उसको पीछे एक कॉपर की वायर टच होती है जो उसके साथ घूमती है, और वो नीचे से मोटर के साथ टच होती है, और वो मोटर भी अपने आप घूमते है, और उस मोटर को एक मैग्नेट टच रहता है. तो वो जैसे जैसे घूमते वैसे वैसे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तयार होती है.
तेव्हा 6 महिने अगोदर म्हणजे तो एवढा अभ्यासात लक्ष द्यायचा नाही, पण जेव्हापासून कॉम्प्युटर आला ना तेव्हापासून तो प्रोजेक्ट तयार करायला लागला, आणि त्याच्याविषयी त्याला थोडं ते इतिहासाचं जनरल नॉलेज असं मिळालं बुवा, आणि त्याच्यामुळे तो त्या कॉम्प्युटरमध्ये असं थोडं लक्ष द्यायला लागला, म्हणून तो अभ्यासात थोडं ट्रेंड व्हायला लागला बुवा.
Google is 100% the most useful to me, because whenever I want some information, Google give me at the second I want it.
उसके एक टाइम में हम डॉक्टर के तरफ उसके दांत के दर्द हो रहा था, तो उसको डॉक्टर तरफ गए थे, तो डॉक्टर लोग सब मीटिंग में उनसे बात कर रहे थे. तो उसने मुझे पता है कि जब डॉक्टर लोग बता रहे तुमको पता है कि क्या बोल रहे हैं, मुझे नहीं पता, वो तो इंग्लिश में बात कर रहे थे. वो बता रहे थे, बोले ऑपरेशन कब कितना डेट को चालू होने वाला है, कितने टाइम में होने वाला है, ये मेरे को बता रहा था. तो वो डॉक्टर में डिटेल्स को बता, डॉक्टर ने उसको बोला, बोले तो क्या पढ़ता है, बोले. तो डॉक्टर ने उसको क्वेश्चन पूछे बहुत ज़्यादा, तो उसने वही उनके जैसे जवाब दिया उसने.
And what the proud parents of Shubham, with a gleam in their eyes, said about Dell left our eyes moist.
खूप चांगलं वाटतं ना की पुढचे स्वप्न म्हणजे असं वाटतं की बाबा माझ्या मुलगाने साकार करू शकेल बाबा पुढचे स्वप्न. तो
I want to become IPS, क्योंकि वो इंडिया में बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट करते हैं और बहुत सारे गंदे कर्म करते हैं ना, इसलिए मैं उसे बंद करना चाहता हूँ. इसलिए मैं IPS बन के उन क्रिमिनल्स को पकड़ना चाहता हूँ.
आपण शिकलो नाही पण आपला मुलगा मोठं होऊन काहीतरी बनायला पाहिजे, त्याने काहीतरी आपण आता तुम्ही जेव्हा तशी इंटरव्ह्यू घेतली ना तेव्हा असं वाटायला लागलं, इंग्लिशमध्ये बोलत होता ना तो, मला वाटायला लागलं अपेक्षा आहे की नाही बुवा बनू शकेल बुवा तो, असं म्हणजे मनात थोडी जिज्ञासा तयार झाली म्हणजे.
We sincerely wish students like Shubham all the very best and thank parents like him for supporting our endeavor.
To me, this video is about responsibility. Responsibility of carrying on the trust that these parents have placed on the brand with a very firm belief that with their decision that they have taken, their child will have a safe and a better future, and they would actually be preparing, making their child future ready. And as an organization, we endeavor to continue to create and develop this trust for our consumers. But how do you do that? What really is the first step to create trust? And for that, as I was telling Mr. Chandramouli, I have shamelessly leveraged the brand trust pyramid that you have in your report, because I did realize that I was preparing for this, that knowingly or unknowingly, everything and a lot of what we do actually does fit back, and hence it would probably make sense in this forum to use and leverage that brand trust matrix to actually talk about it. It really starts by building the capacity to trust. It's something that involves both your internal and external stakeholders and constituents. At Dell, we do this by engaging in very honest and transparent conversations with our customers, our consumers on social media. I believe this is both an opportunity as well as a privilege for a brand to do that. Every Dell employee is encouraged to participate in a social media interaction with its consumers, and is not just restricted in the hands of a few employees. These conversations happen over third-party platforms like Facebook and Twitter, and they also happen on domain platforms which are managed and owned by Dell, like Direct to Dell, which is a corporate blog, and also IdeaStorm. Over 22,000 conversations take place every day. And keeping in line with the transparent culture and open culture that we want to work with, we do not hide, delete, mask any of the negative conversations that happen on those platforms. In fact, as one of the esteemed panelists was saying earlier, we let them be there, we learn from them, we resolve them, and hopefully in that process, create loyal customers who stay with us for life. Through social media, we close the gap that we have with our consumers. At the same time, creating a non-threatening ambience also involves you engaging with your employees. A very open and transparent dialogue, again, with the employees. Every Dell employee across the world is invited into a survey to give their feedback on their experience at Dell, how they think the organization is performing to the strategy, how the leaders are performing. And given the confidential nature of this particular survey, over the 10 plus odd years that it has now been in place, its participation has only grown over the years. And the reason for that participation increasing also is because it's not just a tick in the box that the organization is doing. It's very clearly keeping in the true spirit of a dialogue that feedback is translated back into actions, and then progress on those actions are shared with all the employees in, again, a very, very transparent manner, thereby creating a very open and transparent culture. The second level of creating and building a capacity to trust is about having shared interests. Through all the employee engagement, again, I'll start with the employees here. Through all the employee engagements that we have, there are 20% of the employees across the world who are engaging in employee resource groups across various interest areas, like WISE, for which I'm a member of, which is Women in Search of Excellence. We have something called the Gen Next, which is really for the digital native, the young employee base that we have. There's something called the Pride, which is a group for, for the lesbians, and there are a lot of straight allies also who are part of it. WISE itself sees a lot of male participation from a lot of employees. And ERG, or employee resource groups as they're called, are really part of the D&I strategy at Dell to create a work culture which is inclusive of differences. It helps us break down barriers. It helps employees identify areas and causes that they relate to in the organization. It helps them bond better, not only amongst themselves, but with the organization, with the brand. Similarly, our listen and respond programs, which we undertake very, very exclusively on social media on a one-on-one basis with our consumers, give us insights and give us nuggets which help us construct our programs, our products, our communication far more better. We heard about localization and regionalization and the need for localization. These listen and respond programs help us cater to our local Indian customers whose experience with technology and whose relationship with technology is very different from their counterpart, probably sitting in the North America, who grows up with a technology product and a technology device at home. At this point, what I'd like to share with you is an example of one such communication. I do hope a lot of you will be able to resonate with that because it's actually based on a true life incident that we heard from one of our consumers, and we took the liberty of using that as part of our storytelling that we do. Can I have the second video, please?
हाय भैया, ये छोटी मम्मी का है। घुमा घुमा। गुस्सा तो होना ही चाहिए, बिना मतलब बॉस ने छुट्टी जो कैंसिल कर दी। माँ,
सब बहाने।
देख के रहिए जाना, जल्दी चलना।
जा रही हूँ ना।
डैड, कुछ करो ना।
अरे बाबा, जाओ जाओ।
माँ?
पर मैंने भी कहा, माँ के प्यार में डूबे मोतीचूर के लड्डुओं की शक्ल देख के रहूंगा।
ले देख।
अब खिला भी दो।
अपनों के बिना त्योहार कैसा? कनेक्टेड रहिए डेल से, पावर्ड बाय इंटेल कोर i5 प्रोसेसर।
So this really is a story of a true consumer. Maybe some of us sitting here in this room who probably are not able to be with our families on certain festivals. I can vouch for that. I've probably missed a lot of festivals back home. And some such examples which really we've been able to pick up in our one-on-one conversations that we've had with the consumers. But I think what is really important is, and again, I'm going back to the discussion that the panelists were having, all this is fine, but you really need to do that with sincerity. Because the consumer at the end of the day is not dumb, and your employees are not dumb, and they can really see that. They can see whether you are doing a check in the box or there's genuine sincerity reflecting in what you're doing. And taking forward from what I said, it's not just in terms of our communication and it's not just in terms of creative, which is, the entire brand conversation which is happening through communication, which is setting the expectation, but also going out and delivering to all these expectations which are getting created. With our endeavor to get more and more close to the customers, today we are present in close to 500 cities with our own exclusive stores, with Dell exclusive stores. Our on-site service support covers 30,000 pin codes in India across 700 cities. Really gives us an opportunity to engage with the consumers at the last mile. And despite all of that, majority of our tech support queries get resolved on phone remotely. Corporate altruism, we've heard a lot about it, and I think this is one of the key components which really demonstrates the organization's intent. What we believe is that a brand's purpose and core values are more than just a mission statement. In fact, every decision and every action which is going to affect the community needs to be directed based on the values and the purpose that the brand has defined for itself. At Dell, we believe that access to education and access to technology is no longer a luxury. It's in fact a necessity. And with the Dell Giving initiatives, we work with a lot of Dell Youth Learning Centers to close on this gap with technology and make access to technology easier. That's a demonstration and a very, very clear manifestation of bringing alive the purpose that the brand believes in, that has for itself. all good. Good intentions are all very nice. At the end of the day, when the rubber meets the road, there will be mistakes. We're all human, there will be errors. For us to, or for any brand to regain that trust, it is important to accept responsibility and make sure that we work at it. Denying it or living in denial is not going to help anybody, and on the contrary, it erodes trust forever. There have been many cases across brands where loyal customers who have trusted the brand, for whatever reasons have lost trust in the brand, but with the right actions taken, the brand has been able to win back all those customers. And I have seen a lot of those cases over the course of my work, not only here, but in my previous organizations as well. And if I link back to the question that one of you asked in the previous time, for a durable company, for a brand that I work for, I think service intervention is probably one of the best opportunities to regain that trust, which probably gets spoiled by a bad product experience. And that's the point of time when you need to take responsibility and make sure that you're not hiding it and you win back the customer. Okay. All right. Moving on, I think what is important for some reason, this is, okay, great. Because your behavior at the end of the day is really going to define how the consumers or how your stakeholders, your constituents, your vendors, your partners, all of them see you as a personality, see you as a person, see you as a brand. And this really is a cloud that I pulled out in context of this forum today as to how is the audience outside really looking at Dell as a brand. That defines your competence. And really, if you have been consistent in that space over a period of time, it would only be a validation of all the efforts. And once again, as a brand, it allows you to command that respect, allows you to command that premium, allows you to retain a more longer lasting relationship with all your customers and employees over a long period of time. And I'm proud to say that we as a brand have done that consistently with recognition and with that trust being placed on us by all our stakeholders, whether it is the channel community, whether it is end consumers, or whether it is the CIOs who are really working in a B2B space. I'd like to end my session with a quote from Michael Dell. Our focus as a company very squarely remains on our customers. Our purpose is delivering technology solutions that enable people everywhere to grow and thrive as we give the people the power to do more. Thank you. I'll be happy to take questions if any, or product complaints if any. I can take them offline too.
The man who actually built it and the family which actually runs it, then the impact of that trust loss can be pretty significant, both from the family point of view and from the brand point of view. Vice versa. If something happens to the family, it reflects on the brand, and if it happens to the brand, it reflects on the family. So do you face that, and what do you do with issues of trust like that? I'm sure this must have come up somewhere in the history of Dell before.
Actually, it hasn't. It hasn't.
Ever before?
It hasn't.
There's no issue?
Yeah, because I think, as you rightly said, when you have your family name attached to the business that you're running, it kind of adds on a double responsibility as how do you conduct yourself, not only in terms of and in front of your business partners, but how do you conduct yourself outside in other areas as well. Because you are, at the end of the day, you are a personification of the brand, whether you like it or not. The consumers will associate you for being somebody. And in fact, I would say that at Dell is not just for Michael Dell as an owner whose name is there on the brand, but that kind of holds true for each and every employee. Because every employee of that organization is a brand ambassador. And how you conduct yourself in a public forum really decides who you are, because I'm sure a lot of us have seen scenarios where there's been a bunch of over-enthusiastic people who knowingly or unknowingly are still carrying their company's badge on what they're wearing and are making a nuisance of themselves. And the only way you relate to them is those people from XYZ organization were there.
Hello. Hi, Ms. Ritu. Good evening. I'm
Sorry.
here.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. I'm Vidushi Daga, and I'm founder of Clone Futura. We are the only technology training company which is on site, dedicated for women, seniors, and children. Now, my question to you is that since we touch base and we're into service industry, how do you manage, like people from Dell go and they're doing service with the people. How do you manage to build in that trust in the service industry and gain confidence of people that it spreads like fire and word of mouth to all the others,
Right. So, good question, and thank you for giving me that opportunity to talk about it. Like I said, majority of our service requests and tech support requests are actually closed, handled properly, and closed to satisfaction remotely, on phone or through remote access that our tech support or our tech advisors are able to get for the consumers, PC that they have. Having said that, there are certainly certain cases which will require a service technician to go across. And at that point of time, the mandate or the direction is very clear that if you can solve it right there and then, great. Otherwise, make sure that the product is picked up and it's brought back to the service center to make sure that you need to do the corrections that need to be done and send it back to the consumer. I do remember this one case where, and this is some years back, not in the recent past, when we did not have that kind of footprint for our service centers. Now we are there in 700 cities. But there was one case in the back of Beyond in one part of the country, and there was a very, very critical case, and the consumer really needed his PC for a very critical thing. And we went above and beyond, and at that point of time, we put a service technician on a flight, flew him there in that city, and then make sure that the consumer was able to get his PC back in the condition that he was suitable enough to get his work done. So I think it's all about making sure that the intent, or which is the brand purpose, is something which gets translated down to the last employee. And as I said, the employees really then become the brand ambassadors for every consumer. I don't know if I answered your question. Thank you. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you for being so patient.